Hi, welcome back to Tony's Top Tips Workshop. What I've got today is a completely different video, and what it is just, well, in the last 18 months we'd actually we've always had tropical aquariums, but the wife's been wanting a marine one. So anyway, cut long story short, we looked into it and we thought best option is to get something small, just see how we go. We know that the downfalls with getting a small marine tank, salt water, is, or reef tank, whatever you want, is you've less room for manoeuvre the smaller amounts of water that you're having for water changes and this, that and other, for the water parameters. So anyway, we went out and after a lot of reviews and that, we found that the Fluval Evo 13.5 gallon was a side sump, and where your filters and that are, it's not underneath, so we decided on purchasing that. We purchased that and got it sort of up and running, but we thought, right, we're letting it cycle as you've got to do, taking a time, few months for it to cycle, and when we're ready to put something in, my wife found she said, I found a company in Leeds, they call it Radical Aquatics, can we go down? I said, yeah, not a problem. She said, they sell everything associated with marine and tropical. I said, yeah, of course we can, So anyway, we shoots down, we find the place, and it's the owner is Andy and Katie, and there's Dan and Liam that works in there as well, and I can't impress enough what a helpful team they are. The pros and cons, told us what we can keep with the lighting that we have, everything. They're really doing all the stuff, so we were in their hands. We got some corals that they said we should be okay to keep. Got some fish first, got a couple of clowns, and we still got them. They're like treble in size now, and got the fish in first, and then once we were allowed to get some corals, which was soft corals, which was I think we started off with some zoas at first, and as I say, being new to it, we're having to learn all this, testing the water and this and all that as you progress. And but yeah, the beauty about this family run business, and I can't impress, it's family run, is the fact that I've been sat here on a night time looking at my tank and thinking, oh, what's that now? I've taken a picture of it, might be a bit of algae growing, and I can't identify it because I don't know what it is or what to worry about, and I've messaged on Messenger Radical Aquatics. I've instantly got a message, automated message back, and in a short space of time, I'm not talking hours, few minutes, I've had an answer back, because I've sent them the photograph. Yeah, that's so and so, don't worry about it, Tony, blah blah blah. That's it. The backup service from this company is unlike you get anywhere. Well, I've not experienced it anywhere else. It is first class. Every time we go down, we take the dog down, and because she's blind and deaf, and we carry her in a bag and we go through, and they all know her. We're known with my wife's known with the lady with the dog. but and that when you can go to lots of aquatic places, I'm not going to name any. We did once buy some coral from a place. We were just passing and we thought, oh, we'll call him. Well, I've got a bit of coral, it seemed cheap, come back. Next thing we know, we're absolutely overrun with aptasia, which you don't want in your tank. And I again got in touch with Andy. He told me how to deal with it. There's ways to deal with it if you can see odd ones coming up, which we did, but then it spread more than just odd one or two. So Andy says try some peppermint shrimps, so we got 3, peppermint shrimps. They're funny little guys. They've trebled in size, trust me on this, but we don't have any aptasia in the tank. It's gone. It's been eradicated. They don't have munched their way through it, but and that's without putting any chemicals or anything in. But I'm sidetracking here a little bit, but as I say, we found these and got this tank up and running, and my wife thought it's not big enough really, so we then purchased a Fluval Flex, which is the marine one, 123 litres, and I changed that over myself and did it all, and it took me quite a few hours because obviously new to it and being over careful with the fish and the corals and the rocks, the live rock, the sand and everything, but I did it and I got it up and running. There is there's one of little photos and videos of both Evo and the Flex tanks, and it were a programmable light, and you could set it different times and sunrise, sunset and all that. But yeah, love the tank. But then the wife said, why don't we just treat ourselves and go for the ultimate? So, and Andy's, we've been in contact with Andy all this time. We don't get anything else, as I say, anywhere else. We know you can get it for you if you want it, a specific thing, or he'll have something in. And we went down and says, we want another tank, Andy. What can you recommend? Anyway, he said, what size do you want? So about 1100 long, wide, about 500 deep, with a cabinet. And what have you got? He said, we've got this new tank. I was about this. So I had seen one in the shop, and I always remember seeing it. I thought, that's a bit unique, is that? And I think they call it, I stand corrected on it, a low flow. And the reason why, I'll explain when I take you downstairs and show you the tank. It actually, it has a side sump. It's the biggest open top, but it's got a mesh on. But it's 180 litres thereabouts. I think 180, 200, it's between them anyway. I'm not bothered about a litre or two. But it has a side sump, and that takes water. The water passes from the top of the tank through some gridding before it goes into the sump at the side. And there's 3 compartments, one at either end and a big one in the middle. The big one in the middle goes right down to the bottom of the tank, the base of the tank, not the base of the aquarium, the base of the tank. And then, I'm hoping I'm explaining this right, if you're watching, Andy. but the other 2 compartments contain filter medium. If we want to put charcoal filter in, tinting in at the moment because it's on a mini cycle, because it's been changed over, but you can hang that in a bag at the side, so inside where the pump part is. Right, well, get my thread back. So your middle compartment contains a pump, and it's a twin impeller, twin output pump. It's a big pump, and that is sat in the bottom with the out, so it's sat in the bottom, the impeller either end, and then it's got outlets which point underneath the tank to the other side. So when you look at the aquarium, the base of the aquarium to the top of the tank, it'll become more aware. You'll become more aware of visually when I go downstairs and show you. There's a compartment underneath the bottom of the tank, bottom of the aquarium, before your actual visual aquarium where your fish and your corals and your sand is all kept. There's a compartment, and that comes out at the other end, so the water is pumped massively under the bottom and up the other side and across the top. It contains a continual flow and it's quite a lot of water movement. The corals are moving, you can see them. You can program the motor, the pump, so it can pulse, it can stop and then start again. It's really good. No skimmer in it, just moss filter on the top over the filter medium, and the grid becomes like a waterfall. It aerates the water from the top of the actual sump, so it's and it's just a perpetual cycle. It's really good. Now the lads that when we ordered it, we were over the moon with it. The lads came last Friday, and I said, how's it, what's going to happen, Andy? And he just says to me, don't worry about it, Tony and Linda, wife, don't worry, you two, it's all in hand. When they come, you don't have to do anything, we will change it all over for you, install. I said, you're joking? No, we, you know, it's one of our new tanks is this, and we'd like to see the customer happy. I said, well, we've always been happy with you, with this service. And sure enough, got a message Thursday, they'll come in Friday. The lads pulled up, and Dan and Cris, and to say they had the work cut out, because that tank is near on 12mm glass, and the stand is purpose made for that. But you've a large compartment underneath, 2 doors, and then you've a side compartment with a narrow door. So you bags of room scope underneath, and the only way around to get that into the house was through the back door, and that's carrying it round next door neighbour's garden, through the gardens. We have a path and a gate, so but there are some steps. Those lads struggled, but they did it, and it took Dan and Cris from starting about 2¼ hours. Then my tank dismantled, moved what they could salvage from my corals and my rocks and that. I said, look, they're not expensive, but any that you think's, just take them out. I'll have a look at them later. And that's what he did. Fish, livestock come out, all clean-up crew come out. You were finding clean-up crew that I didn't know we had. But anyway, they did it, put the new tank in place, filled it, got it up and running, and it's now just going through a medium cycle. Well, small cycle. I have to touch it for about 4 weeks now. All my livestock, my living rock, live rock's gone in, new sand, everything. I just left it with them, and we had to go down. I had to go down that day because I wanted a specific cover. And Andy said, "Yeah, I rang him. He said, "Yeah, I've got something. So come down." I went down, and as soon as I walked through the door, I was greeted by, "You like it, don't you?" I said, "Can you tell with a smile on my face?" I said, "It's incredibly good looking as a marine fish tank. It really is, and it's quiet. It's the other one. You could hear skimmer going, you could hear pumps going, and wave makers. I mean, I don't even have to put a wave maker in this. It's moving the stuff just right. I can put one in if I want. It's an added extra, and I've kept one from the other tank, of which I purchased from Andy anyway, at Radical Aquatics. But and I said, "I'm glad you like." I said, "We should have done it first. We should have done it." He said, "It's a stepping stone, is this game." He just said, "You win some, you lose some, and you know that. You've lost fish." Yeah, he said, "We lose fish." He said, "It's the nature of the game. Don't go into this game if you're not prepared to take a hit now and again," which happens. And you watch, no matter how many videos you watch on YouTube, they've all taken hits somewhere along the line. Tanks, they've got up one morning, night before, tank was fine, get up following morning and you can't even see anything in it, it's that cloudy, it's just changed. And you've got to work through it, and fortunately their helping hands, so to speak, as what's got us through, because I think we would at one stage have given up. But Andy did say to us, and Kate, don't give up, just, we're here to help, just, tell us what you're wanting, send us some pictures and we'll sort something out. And they have done, and they've kept us going back. And I say with this tank, when I take you downstairs, you'll understand why. It just doesn't look out of place. It just looks a big piece of furniture. I sit on a night time, sometimes I don't watch the TV now. I sit and watch the fish and the snails and the hermit crabs and the clean up crew, the cleaner shrimps and the peppermint shrimps. There's one doing something and one doing another. And I've got it's like a big conch snail clean up crew. He's a big one. You can hear him hitting the glass, tapping the glass. And he goes on the other side. And he's been annoying me because he goes over where water comes back up. But he gets himself back off, I've learned. It was just keeping me off on my feet. But, it's brilliant. So, all due to sticking with somebody and a family-run business that knows what they're talking about. They have Aquafest down there. We just had one, but we couldn't go. And but he's got a website. You can go on that. And as I say, we like it because we can contact them at any time if you've got any problems, and they diagnose it for you normally within a few minutes. And he's got but I must say he's got a new YouTube channel out. It's called Radical Reefers. Please, anybody that's watching this, just go on to it. It's new at the moment, so I think last count is only 3 or 4 videos out at the moment, but it will get, you can see it's going to progress as this. Please like and subscribe for him, because it means a lot to him. And I just think it's nice when you've got customer service and backup like that, because nowadays in a lot of places all they seem to be interested in is taking your money, and that's not the case with this family-run business. We've known them now for over 18 months, and it's just a service that we like, and we've no intention of going elsewhere. If we want anything specific and he doesn't sell it, he said just ask me and he'll source it for us. So you can't be any fairer than that. So right, enough of me spouting off now. What I'm going to do is I'll take it down into shop, as I call it, Linda's shop, wife's shop, front room. And I'm used to saying shop because I take you down at workshop, don't I? But I take you down into the front room and I'll go through and show you the tank. And I'm sure you, like I am, you'll be amazed at it. I will, and I'll keep reminding you through the video. I will put details down in the description of Radical Aquatics, the website, and Radical Reefers, all the information there. And if I can pick the information out for this tank, I will do. Put that down, and then anybody that's interested, just get in touch with them. It's made by their own tank mate. Well, not their own, but they have a company that makes a tank specific. So, and I think, if I'm not sure, you can get this tank in a smaller width. So I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. This is the one that we wanted. So I'll take you down there now. It would be. Now this is a new type of tank, as far as I'm aware, and it's absolutely stunning. How it works, I'll show you a little bit of how it works. As I say, I'm new to it. It came with the tank up and running. It took them 2¼ hours, that's it, to transfer from mine old one to this one, and it is just so much different. Light quality, everything. It's doing a mini cycle at the moment, but I'm just leaving it for about 4 weeks. No doubt it'll cloud a little bit, and then it's crystal clear at the moment, but it'll go through its changes. But I'll show you the tank now, and then I'll talk you through it. Right, there we have it. That's the tank. Well, it's mind-blowing how it looks, how it fits in. Came with a cabinet. It doesn't require a sump. I'll go through that in a minute. As I say, all mine have been either back or side sumps with the fluval, and they've all been very good. This is a side sump, but it has a unique feature. The cabinet has 3 doors that open. As you can see, there's that's another one. They all push and they open. That one and that one, 3 doors. And I just store things underneath. But you could probably put a sump in if you wanted. But it's a really well made cabinet. And I'll take you over to the tank. Now, as you can see, that is a grid system. There's just some markers there for the water level. And in here, what you've actually got is you've got your filter chamber there, your filter medium in there, you've got filter medium in here. In the centre is a big cavity down to the floor, down to the bottom of the tank. Now that is the bottom of the tank where your aquarium part is. Underneath there's a space. So in here what you have is a double impeller. It's quite a powerful pump with nozzles that point that way. So when you put it in and set it running, it takes the water from here and it takes it underneath here, and then I'll take you to the other side. Can you see the vent system there? And all that comes up here, and you can see the water flowing. It moves a massive amount of water. Came with the lights. I'm still learning about them, but the whole setup, he came and actually 2 lads and changed it all completely. I've got some new rock in there. I've had a little bit of algae problem in the other tank here, but that's Blenny, he seemed to like that. So it is slowly going. We've got some new rock in, kept all as the salvage what they could from the other one, because we had a lot of corals actually physically amongst the rocks, and when he took some of the rocks out, we couldn't get them all in, but he got what he could in. But what a first class job they did. It's really I think they call it a low flow aquarium. It's the size is roughly round about between 180 200 litres thereabouts, I think. The tank's made by MBM Aquarium Designs. He makes a lot of their tanks for down at Radical Aquatics in Leeds. Now, as I say, they are a family run business, and everything we seem to get from them is quality. We don't have to, if we buy a coral, it don't come with anything on it, you know, that you don't, pests that you don't want. You get fish, the good fish, there's everything, you know. You actually shut that door. We trust them with anything that we buy from them. They obviously I purchased the cover, which is aluminium frame cover, purchase it from them, and you just cut it to the size you want, and then once you've done that, you fit the mesh and a rubber seal, and that's it. And you definitely need it. It all looks nice and neat and smart. Radical Aquatics, Andy down there, Andy and Kate, there's Liam as well, Dan. Chris was helping Dan install. As I say, that weighs something, and they're to carry it around some steps around the side of the houses, so it wasn't a easy task for them. But they did it. Great guys, really. And Radical Aquatics also, I'll put a link down to the store, and I'll put a link down to a bit of information about the tank, and I'll put that down in the description below. And also he's got on our website, not a website, well yes, they do have a website, but he has a YouTube channel. It's called Radical Reefers. That's just started up, so if you go on, like and subscribe, because it means a lot to them. And same for me. This is completely new to my channel. I just thought I'd put this on because I was so impressed by it. And the thickness of the glass alone on this tank. Now it's like, I think I might up. I don't know, it's at 12 mil or something like that. It's really good quality, but it just looks the part. It doesn't look out of place in the home. Very, very smart. And there's room underneath the cabinet for whatever you want to put in. As I say, it's a programmable pump, it's programmable light. At the moment it's set, I believe on that you can set it worldwide to where you want it set to Hawaii. So it mimics clouds going over, sunrise, sunset. It does the lot. You just set your times you want it to come on and times you want it to go off. Absolutely superb. I can't. You can tell I'm over the moon with it. But please, if you visit the website, you visit them down at Radical Aquatics, or visit Radical Reefers, please like and subscribe them on the YouTube channel. It means a lot to them. Right, we're back now. I hope you enjoyed that. And that's sort of now, we've no need to go anything else bigger, or if we wanted something different now, like just a reef tank where you just have corals in, then it'd have to be a tank somewhere else. We've got a big large, granite slab in the kitchen. You could put one on there, small one, but no intentions. My focus is now on this one, and I've just asked Andy to get an auto top-up system, because with the fluval flex that we just finished with, in fact I cleaned it all up, it's in lovely condition now, and it's for sale on Facebook. But I've just told him to get us for this week sometime, I think it is. I'll message him and he'll answer me back. Auto top-up system that I want, and I'll just put a canister underneath in the unit, and it'll top itself up with salt water. I mean, if I can afford it, I get it, and that's the next thing I want. But yeah, I can't believe, look at that smile on my face. I never thought I'd say it, but I take great pleasure in this now. It is really, really pleasing to the eye. But don't forget, I'll put the details down in the description, so you can get the information for yourself. And I know this, for my channel, it's a completely different video whatsoever, and I think sometimes you've got to put something else on other than what my remit for my channel is my machinery down in my workshop. This is completely different, and when I'm down there and I'm stressing out because I can't get something to work, I go and make a cup of tea and sit by this tank now and I just sit back and I relax, and I just think, oh, look at that, them fish swimming backwards and forwards. Anyway, enough. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and as I say, until next time, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and if you go on Radical Reefers channel, like and subscribe for them as well. They're new to YouTube, and I think they deserve breaking this game now, and they've certainly looked after us, and I hope that anybody wanting out lives in the local area or what have you. Radical Aquatics, thumbs up. So, as I always say, look after yourselves, be careful out there, and bye for now.